Hey guys, so today we're going to talk about what it means to observe something. Um, so, in science, when we do experiments and labs and just all the time, basically in science, we observe things all the time. So, it's important that you know what that means. So, we're going to talk about that a little bit today, and then you're going to have an assignment to do. So, let's start with what does it mean to observe something? So, when you observe something, what that means in science is that you're using all of your senses to describe an event or an experiment. So, that means you're using your five senses. So, you're using smell, sight, touch, taste, and hearing. Now, there are a few exceptions when it comes to this. We can't always taste everything in lab. We can't always smell everything in lab. So sometimes you don't use all five all the time, but it's just a good thing to understand that when you observe something, you're using your senses to observe that. So I gave you an example here. So this would be an example if I were going to observe an apple. So imagine that I have a red apple, okay? And that's what I'm going to observe. That's what I'm using to do my science experiment. So I'm going to start with sight. And so I know that by looking at that red apple, that the color is red. I can see that. I can use my sight and see that the apple is red. So next thing I want to do is I can touch the apple. I know that when I touch that apple, it feels smooth. The skin's really smooth. So I can feel that. I can actually hold it in my hand and rub the apple and feel that it's smooth. Next thing is taste. When you taste the apple, it tastes sweet. Okay, and we all know what sweet tastes like. Then the next one I put was smell. The apple also smells sweet. It may remind you, when I smell of an apple, I think of apple pie or apple juice a lot, but it also smells sweet. And then the last thing is you can actually hear an apple too. When you bite into an apple, it makes that crunching sound and you can hear it. So when we're observing an apple, we can use all five of our senses to be able to observe and explain what that apple looks, sounds, feels like, smells like, and tastes like. So we can use our senses to observe things. Okay? So here's what you're going to do today for your assignment. So this is in your interactive notebook. Okay? So remember, it looks like this. We did yesterday's assignment. We did the what is science assignment in here. So this one, if you go to your table of contents and here where it says observing, you'll click on slide 4 and it will take you here. So this is what it'll look like. So you have text boxes here, okay? So what it tells you to do is first you have to answer this question up here. What does the process skill observing mean? So what does it mean to observe something? If you need to go back and rewatch the video or look at the slideshow again, you can do that. And then down here, what you're going to do is give an example of ways that you could observe science for each of the five senses. The first example is done for you. So what you're going to do is you're just going to think about in science in general. You don't have to pick a specific thing to do. But this one is sight. The first one is sight, and it's done for you. It says, if asked to list the characteristics of a tennis ball, one would have to look closely at the tennis ball to list the characteristics. So I gave you a tennis ball as an example for sight, and you can look at it. You can see that it's round, that it's a yellow color, that it's fuzzy. So just by using your sight, you get lots of examples from here, okay? So then you have the other 4 to do. So touch, smell, hear, and taste, okay? So you can use anything you want to in science. It does not matter to me. It can be the same example. If you want to do like I did, and I used an apple, but sorry guys, can't use an apple this time. You have to use something else. So if you wanted to use the same thing for all 4 of these, you can. If you want to do something different every time, that's fine too. I'm going to leave that part up to you. But when you're finished with this, you're going to screenshot this one slide and attach it to your Google Classroom to your observing assignment. Okay. If you have any questions, just let me know. The slideshow that I used here is also going to be attached, so you can go back and review and see what my examples were. So if you need anything, just let me know, and y'all have a great day.